I made more money in 1 month than I made in an entire year as a trainer. I had 3 different fitness businesses. I started out working with a bunch of retired golfers. That turned into, let's just open up a gym. And that was a huge risk. We put everything into that. Man, that gets me emotional. It was this pivotal moment in my life when my wife and I were here in our home, and I told her, I was like, we can't pay the bills. We don't have enough money to pay our employees. I had a staff of 8. We had 6 trainers, a couple of staff at the gym, and we just did not have the money to pay. How are my kids going to think of me as a father who failed? He wasn't a success, like, am I a good father? Am I gonna be able to take care of my wife? And I said, we're gonna have to sell one of our cars. We had 2 cars. I'll never forget her tears when we were driving to, man, I still get emotional about it. And it wasn't that she was upset with me. She was more sad because we put everything we had into having a gym. And I'll never forget, I was like, man, I never wanna feel this way ever again. And my kids were young enough, so they probably didn't really get it at the time, but they knew mom and dad were struggling. And that's where it turned into me saying, well, what other option is there? I've pretty much done it all. Done gym stuff, training, worked in group fitness, all these things. And next thing you know, I found myself taking an online course, how to be an online coach, trainer. And I tried it for a year and I sucked at it. I was so bad. I said, well, maybe I need to find a coach, somebody that's been doing this for a while. And then I got in touch with Vince. And one of the things that really drew me into his program was his family and his faith and his core values, which I said, wow, here's a guy who's been successful. He's online, he has a family. It seems like he has some good freedom. I want to see what that is. The thing he asked me was, why do you want to do this and what do you want to achieve? Because my wife stepped up to the plate when I struggled when we had the gym. I wanted to give her an opportunity to be able to walk away from it if she wanted to. And the best part is, as of this week, she gave her notice, which is going to be her last day of work. When I was able to see those first transformations, and I was like, wow, this is possible. The people don't necessarily need somebody to count reps and to hold their weights for them. They just need to have a plan, and they need to have structure, and they need to have good support. And I'll never forget, it was the most money I made in 2 weeks. I think it was just under $20,000. And I was like, oh wow, I guess this is possible. But what was interesting is seeing how both my kids, but my son in particular, he saw dad, oh, he's made a pretty good living doing this. Next thing you know, he's doing some coaching. Next thing you know, he's in Cancun and he's at a mastermind surrounded by some of the top online fitness coaches. What I think Vince has done so well is to create and cultivate this environment where people can break bread, people can connect, especially for those of you who don't think you can, you can. You just have to be willing to put yourself out there and to understand that it requires you to take action. Even if you don't feel you're smart enough or maybe capable enough to make more money, you definitely can. And I can tell you it's well worth it for sure.